There are places in the Scottish Highlands where the land remembers things that people have chosen to forget. One such place is the Clock-and-Geel, the White Stones. A circle of 12 standing stones, older than the Romans, older than the parish records, older than guilt. For centuries, the locals avoided the circle after dusk. Not because of fairy tales, because of a shadow. Let us begin on a September night, not long ago. A woman, let us call her Claire, had rented a cottage at the foot of the stone circle. She had come to the Highlands to escape. A broken engagement, a city that echoed with the wrong voice. The cottage was modest, whitewashed walls, a peat stove, and one bedroom window that faced directly up the slope toward the stones. On her third night, at 3:17 a.m., Claire woke without explanation. No noise, no nightmare, just the cold sensation of being watched. She went to the window. The moon was nearly full. The stones cast sharp shadows down the heather, and the longest shadow, from the tallest stone at the northeast edge, stretched across the hillside and stopped exactly at her windowsill. Not on the glass, on the stone ledge. The tip of the shadow did not move. That, the narrator would tell you, is not how shadows behave. Shadows crawl with the Earth's rotation. They do not pause. They do not aim. But this one did. Claire told herself it was a trick of the light. She returned to bed. The next night she waited. At exactly 3:17 again, the shadow returned. Same stone, same angle, same tip resting against her window. She fetched a compass. The shadow pointed directly at her bed. Night after night, the pattern held. Overcast nights brought no visible shadow, but Claire still felt a pressure outside the glass, like a held breath, like something searching. She drove into the village and found an old postmaster named Muddo. His family had lived in the glen for 6 generations. When she described the shadow, Muddo went pale. "The Clock-and-Geel isn't a clock," he said, tapping his temple. "It's a lock. The stones keep something in. Or out. Depends on which story you believe." "And the shadow?" Claire asked. Muddo lowered his voice. "That's the key. And it's been looking for the right door for 800 years. He refused to say more. That night, Claire made a decision the narrator can only describe as brave or foolish, perhaps both. At 3:17, she opened her bedroom window. The shadow tip slid inside. It did not break any law of physics. It simply arrived, a dark coin of stillness on her wooden floor. And then, without sound, it spoke an image. The narrator will now describe what Claire saw. A young woman in a gray woolen dress, standing in the very same cottage, except it was not a cottage then. It was a cruck-framed hut with a thatched roof. The year was 1243. The woman held a boy of perhaps 5 years old. Outside, torches flickered. Men shouted accusations. Witchcraft, they said, because the shadow from the stones always ended at her due. Or the woman ran. She dragged the boy up the hill to the stone circle. She pushed him into a hollow beneath the tallest stone, a gap Claire had never noticed in daylight. Then the men caught her. They buried her alive at the base of that same stone. Her final thought, trapped in darkness and suffocating earth, was not hatred. It was terror. My son will die if the shadow finds him. The vision ended. Claire found herself weeping on the flow. Or, here is what the narrator wants you to understand. The shadow was not a ghost. It had no will. It was an imprint. A question carved into the geometry of the stones by a mother's last burst of fear. Every time the moon and the stones aligned, that terror replayed itself, searching for the boy who had hidden beneath the STO. But the boy had survived. Claire learned this from Muto the next morning. The child escaped the circle after the men left. He changed his name. He grew old. He had children. And eventually his great-great-granddaughter emigrated from that very village in the 1880s. Her maiden name matched the boy's new Me. That great-great-granddaughter was Claire's grandmother. The shadow had been stopping at that window for 8 centuries because the cottage stood on the footprint of the original hut. It was looking for the woman's son, but the son was long dead. What remained was his bloodline. And Claire was the first descendant to return and sleep in that The narrator will now tell you how it ended. That night at 3:17, Claire did not wait at the window. She walked up the hill to the stone circle. She placed her palm on the tallest stone, the one beneath which the woman was buried. She spoke aloud, her voice carried only by the wind. Your son lived. He had children. I am here because of him. You can stop searching now. The moon slid behind a cloud. When it emerged, the shadows from the stones had changed. They lay across the heather like ordinary shadows, restless, aimless, unhaunted. Claire returned to the cottage and slept until sunrise. The shadow never returned. Some locks, the narrator would like to conclude, are not opened by keys. They are opened by answers. And a vigil that lasts 800 years ends not when the watcher grows tired, but when the question is finally heard. The stones still stand. The cottage still sits in the hollow. And if you go there on a September night when the moon is near full, you will see ordinary shadows, nothing more. But sometimes late at night, locals say the tallest stone feels slightly warmer to the touch. That, the narrator admits, may be just the sun, or it may be a mother, finally at rest.